Today I'm going to tell you the story of a monk called Meghiya, and this relates to the Dhammapada, and it is of the Chittavagga verse 33 and 34, and it relates to a certain monk called Meghiya. Now Meghiya returned from his alms round, and it was a very beautiful day, and he thought that he should go out and meditate under a particular mango grove. He requested the Buddha that I want to go and meditate there, shall I go? But the Buddha told him to wait because there was nobody else there to take care of the needs of the monastery. So he asked him to, but Meghiya was so keen. He wanted to go, so he went on requesting the Buddha that I want to go and meditate. Finally, because of his adamancy, the Buddha told him to go and meditate. For the full day, Thera Meghiya tried to meditate in the mango grove, and he came back in the evening and he told the Buddha that his mind was not steady. It was full of resentment, it was full of sensual desires, it was full of ill will to people. Then, listening to this, the Buddha uttered the following verse in Pali: Fandanam chapalam chittam durakam dunivarayam ujum karoti medhavi usukarova tejanam varijova thale kitto okkamota ubhatto parifanditam chittam maradeyam pahatave, which means, the first verse means, the mind is excitable and unsteady. It is difficult to control and restrain. The wise one trains his mind to be upright as a fletcher straightens an arrow. The second verse means, as a fish quivers when it is removed from its watery home and it is thrown onto the dry ground, so does the mind quiver when it is taken out of the sensual world to escape from the realm of Mara. That is, it is full of moral defilements. And after he heard this, Thera Meghiya, that is the monk Meghiya, attained the first level of sainthood, that is, he became a Sotapatti. When I look at this verse, we realize that the Buddha has explained about the mind with such beautiful similes. He's tried to make us understand that the mind is like a monkey. We need to control it. He gives us two examples. First, of how the fletcher straightens the arrow, and second, because how the fish quivers. So we have to take resort to meditation, understand the teachings, and realize that life is impermanent. May all beings be happy.